So we're back where we left off. Dealing with this loser. Starts preparations at 6:30, usually leaves for Alice at 6 from the pub, doesn't know about the argument at the pub. Did he give me anything? No. Black scrying mirror. He used to have a black mirror himself. Used to read about black magic and satanic rituals. This is the sinner. This is the guy. I know I've said that about everyone so far, but no, I'm really sure about it this time. This is the guy. This is him. Look. Poster designed by an agency, was the first poster for Atlas. Atlas name picked randomly. Okay. So exit. Oh no, it's doing this again. It's doing this again. Replay.
Do you know anything about an argument in the pub last
Skip.
Friday?
What time?
Oh, what the fuck? Why don't I got any control over the game?
No. I usually leave for the manor house about 6.
I don't got any control. I can't click exit.
Start preparations around 6.
Click to exit!
Head start.
Thank you.
Oh.
Will you be back later?
Thank you. Probably be back later, sir. I still need to do a search on your underwear drawer. It's a regular procedure, a common procedure. Underwear drawer. Where's your underwear drawer? Is it here at your house? I'll find it. Don't worry. I like to be non-invasive for all my things.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Okay. Try to persuade Kate. Bloody bloop. Bloody bloop. Argument. Scrying mirror. Photo frames. Why am I...
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Well, hold on. Hold on 1 second. Knock for Emma one more time.
Couple more questions.
I just want to check one thing. Only been once to Atlas. But you have an affair with Ryan. You don't care about that? Okay.
Be back
Fine.
later on. If
I'm gonna go call the chief. He's my ace in the hole whenever I want to piss someone off and bother them. I just called chief. Phone box? Yeah. Chief. Hey, chief! What are you wearing? What are you wearing, big boy? What do you got going on? What'd you have for dinner? Tell your wife I love her. Tell the kids I love them too when you tuck them in. Oh no. Better see Simon again. Why? Oh, can I spill the beans? Simon, I hate to tell you this, man. But Emma! You yell it. I yell it loud enough for her to hear it in the other room. It's a cheating bitch! But she didn't want me to let you know, so I want to keep this on the down low that Emma is a cheating wench! But, yeah, don't tell Emma that I told you she's a bitch! Nice apron, champ.
Smells nice. What is that?
Chili pork.
I have no idea you were a cook.
Oh, no, I used to be more into it. No, I don't do it so much. Used to grow my own herbs and everything.
Not here.
No, at the farmhouse where I used to live.
Oh, where was that?
That's where James lives. Yeah, we used to share a house together. The farmer used to let us use a corner of his greenhouse to grow stuff.
I didn't know you knew James that well.
Well, didn't really get on.
We didn't really get on.
Oh, the greenhouses.
But it's just through the farmyard at the back.
Interesting.
I've got to tell you about the argument. I gotta. I'm gonna spill the beans someday. Oh, I'm gonna let everyone know. I'm gonna tell them all what you've done. What? Abbey Farm. Go over to Abbey Farm. So, go up the steps, and then do I go further? Or are you talking about...
You mentioned another greenhouse on the farm. Must be up the hill.
Go further up. We can go up here now. All right. I feel like something's wrong with my shoes. I'm sorry, but I think about it every time I see it. Like, something's wrong with those shoes. The front of them's trying to escape the rest of the shoe. Large greenhouse. Everyone knows that's where people hide their sin. It's gotta be here. It's gotta be. Oh, I gotta turn the fan down. It's cold. My computer's not heated up enough yet. Nice herbs, nice herbs. But wait.
I wonder if James knows this is here. Don't know what it is, but it'd be interesting to see what he says about it.
Marijuana. James. You've been a naughty boy, James. He just hears me, like, coming in through the backyard. James! Just shaking the little bag of herbs. What do you got here, Jamie boy? James! I'm, like, focusing so hard on, like, doing the voice that eventually the guy just, like, passes out in the backyard. And James is like, what the fuck? I'm making tea. I'm not dealing with this guy. He's a psychopath. I'm gonna call the real police. This guy isn't actually a police officer. What is this?
Could you tell me what these are, please? I found them in the greenhouse.
Been snooping around on the farm, have we?
Oh, you finally clued in.
James.
Oh, yes.
Just mint. Mint leaves. For cooking.
Yeah, I heard you were a bit of a budding chef.
Dabble a bit. Won a few competitions.
Very impressive. So you normally just leave packets of mint lying around?
Must have dropped it.
Maybe just when you were out grabbing stuff from the... I mean, it makes sense. Packet contains mint leaves. Won some cookery competitions. We're breaking this case wide open, I can already tell. What? Why? Like, good. The herbs. I'm gonna go ask Simon about them.
Probably be back later.
Simon's gonna tell me they're not mint, that they're actually like sulfur weed, and if you touch it, it gets into your blood and like melts your veins or something. Simon, tell me what this is. Some alleged sinner gave it to me, alleged by me.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Tell me about this.
Know what these are?
No. Look a bit like sage leaves.
Haven't seen them before, though.
Not at all. No.
You can tell mint. Hasn't seen the leaves before. Didn't... Oh yeah, you give him homebrew for herbs. Simon's homebrew. Photo frames. Oh. Leaves could be unbelievable. Right? Doesn't see James very often. He's tried selling it, but only sold James. Simon said he doesn't see James very often. Tell me about the leaves. What about this? But then you also, you tried selling it, but you sold to James for herbs. Yeah, I got nothing for you. I'm gonna go talk to your missus. And if that doesn't work, I'm gonna go talk to the weirdo up on the hill. Hey, tell me about what these super drugs are. I found them in some weirdo's backward, like, little shop.
By any chance?
No. Sorry. I don't know anything about plants or things like that, but you should ask Rebecca. She used to live on a farm. She'd know.
Oh, really?
That's all
Rebecca
for
would
the
know
moment,
about
thank
them,
you.
huh? I'm getting hotter, chat. I'm getting hotter. I'm getting closer to the source of the sin. I can just feel it. My sin detector's going nuts.
few more questions, if you don't mind.
What's this?
Do you know what these are?
Oh, magic mint. Where did you find this?
Magic mint.
Salvia divinorum.
Oh.
It makes you trip.
In what way?
It's a hallucinogenic and legal. Quite a dangerous combination, really.
Do you use it?
Me? No. No, I don't even take medicines. I like to stay pure.
You like to stay pure. Sinner.
I didn't expect Rebecca to know about growing drugs. I know she claims not to use them herself, but I'm not so sure.
Let's go back and talk to, let's go talk to Mr. Thick down at Abbey Farm. Man, I hate salvia. I really do. I feel dirty every single time I do salvia.
Please. Ever heard of Salvia divinorum, James?
What's that? Skin cream?
Oh, shut up.
It's not a skin cream, no. It's a plant.
Really? Don't know much about plants.
Dude,
You've never heard of salvia?
No.
I can't. You're really gonna... Never heard of salvia. You told me they were mint leaves. Bullshit. Doesn't know much about plants. But you sell herbs. I'm gonna kill you. I know it's you, dude. Doesn't know much about plants? You're bullshitting me on that one, champ. I know you do. I know you grabbed him by the scuff of the shirt. I know you know! You tell me. What did you do? I'm actually like imitating that I have him by the scuff of the shirt. I don't know why. You guys can't see me. Never heard of such. He doesn't know much about plants. I just don't believe you, James. I just don't believe it. I found it. I found it from you, man. Ooh, I don't like you.
On, if that's okay.
I don't like you. I'm gonna catch you, big boy. He's on my shit list. I mean, everybody in the town so far is on my shit list. But that's okay. That just means I'm doing a good job. You gotta suspect everyone. Everyone's a suspect.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
What is this?
Have you ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
No. What is it?
It's a hallucinogenic plant, a legal one, at least for the moment.
I've no interest in drugs, Inspector. My job. That's the only drug I need.
Ugh.
Do you know any students who may have used hallucinogens?
No. My students aren't interested in that kind of thing. Besides, no one is allowed drugs or alcohol onto the site. I don't think anyone has ever brought drugs to Atlas.
Do you have any medicines on site at all?
No, we're not allowed. Insurance purposes.
Tell me about this mint.
Do you know what this is?
Looks like chopped tea bags to me. What is it?
I just thought you might know.
I don't know anything about plants, Inspector. What you should do is ask Rebecca. She knows far more about these things than I do. Messy things, growing things.
Messy things, growing things, going missing.
Probably be back later.
Who can I bug about this now? I'm gonna go call my boss and I'm gonna say, boss, they're doing drugs out here. You need to send a SWAT team with as much firepower as you can. We need to clean this town of sinners right now. Bring your kids too. It'll be a learning experience. Wow. Better try the woods again. They're talking about this. Listen, I didn't ask Emma about the salvia because Emma's not going to know anything about the salvia. Why would she know anything about the salvia? You want me to check the woods again? Those people are still there. Ooh, there's sinners out there too. Secret sinners. We'll have to see if we get a rifle in the game. That might be a side mission. Who the hell are you people?
Do you mind not defacing public property, please?
What's it to you?
Well, I'm a policeman.
And that's supposed to make what difference exactly?
Well, to an intelligent person.
You do exactly what I tell you.
Or you arrest me.
No, I'll give you a fine this time.
So, if I do something that you don't like, I have to give you some money. What happens if you do something that I don't like? You're going to give me some money?
Look,
And I'm going to shoot you in the face.
I do not have time to discuss it at the moment. Could you just go?
What is it, whole wheat?
Pathetic.
Get out of here, bud. You're pretty good.
What a prize brat. But why would he carve that into a tree? Either he's a die-hard rock fan, or there's more to that symbol than meets the eye.
Oh my Christ. I'm going back to talk to the Satanist. Wait, he wasn't the Satanist. This guy was the Satanist. I'm so happy that they put that in there so I don't have to seriously run back and forth to this town every time. Sir,
Questions, please?
tell me about this.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
It's a devil's sign, isn't it? Is that what you're getting at, Inspector?
This is not something you use on the
Of course
course.
it's not something we use on the course, Inspector. I don't even know what that could possibly mean, exactly.
So, thank you.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
We'll have to come back and rob him later. That guy knows more than he's letting on. I know it. We'll have to come back and rob him. This guy would know. You can see the look on his face. This guy knows.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
I'm the most annoying detective in the universe. I just show up a million times a day.
Did that, would it mean anything to you?
Yeah. It's a Satanism symbol. Satanists use it.
Have you ever seen anyone use it?
Lots of people. Politicians, presidents, CEOs.
Have you ever seen anyone local using it?
Not that I remember.
Okay.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Oh my god. Like, is this... I made a Wicker Man joke earlier, and is this really going to turn into like a Wicker Man thing? Am I going to end up dying from some weird local thing? Am I a sacrifice? Because I'm going to be very upset about it. I didn't even bring my sacrifice suit today. And I've been saving that suit for so long.
Questions, if you don't mind.
Tell me about this.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
Why is it meant to mean something?
No, it's okay.
That's it?
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Unbelievable. I'm the worst detective in the world sometimes, I think. Do you know this? No. Not like a... You sure? Have you ever seen anyone? Just like a... No, never mind.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Tell me about Salvia, you sinner.
Heard of Salvia Divinorum?
Salvia divinorum.
Magic mint, same thing.
Oh yeah, you mean the drug? Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, ever tried it?
Like once or twice, yeah. But it's not really my sort of thing. It messes with your brain. I've never tried any other drugs either. Nothing like that. Nothing hallucinogenic.
Well, what about this symbol?
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
Who did you see doing that?
Someone in the woods, carving it into a tree.
That was Kyle. It's a guy from the course. He's an idiot.
And where does he live?
I can't remember. Somewhere outside the village? The three fingers thing is something the students started doing. It's something from the course. The
What?
three freedoms.
The what?
The three freedoms? It's from the course. It's
He said it's nothing from the course.
Free to be free.
free yourself from the things that are holding you back, right? Things that stop you being successful.
What are they?
There's fear of failure, guilt, and doubting, self-doubt.
You believe that?
Yeah. Guilt ruins lives. It stops you looking forward. It serves no practical purpose. It's basically destructive.
Right.
To a degree, I understand that. But guilt also serves important purpose as well.
But I wonder how far this freedom goes.
Tell me about this, sinner.
Ever heard of Salvia Divinorum?
Yeah, I've heard of it. It's a drug, isn't it?
Yeah. Hallucinogenic drug. Ever tried it?
I told you. Oh, she's not taking nothing. Tell me about this, sinner.
If I did this...
I'm actually starting to think she's not the one who killed her.
No. Why?
It's okay. Thanks.
I'm sorry, they suck.
Do you know the phrase, free to be free?
Yeah. It's an Atlas thing. I first heard it when I went with Simon.
What did they say about it?
They said that you shouldn't feel guilty if you do something wrong. I don't agree with that.
No?
No, I think you should feel guilty if you do something wrong.
Exactly. It serves an important purpose.
I don't know, but I don't think you agree with that either.
Obsessing over guilt can ruin your life. You gotta be able to deal with things.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
I think guilt is, it's not a destination, it's a vehicle. Like, guilt is a vehicle to get you to being better, working you through it. But it's not like, I think too many people think it's a destination where they just kind of sit in a state of guilt for a really, really long time. Yes, I'm gonna go knock on your door again, it's me!
If that's okay.
Detective Man!
Can you tell me a bit about the phrase, free to be free?
Free to be free, my favorite motto. Well, we teach our students that people, well, they suffer from excessive guilt, don't they? Excessive self-criticism, excessive doubt. Evils of excess, we call them. And we tell our students that if they rid themselves of these evils, then they're free to realize their full potential.
Who came up with all this?
I have a background in psychology.
Honestly? When did you come up with the phrase?
I was sitting on the toilet one day.
Based at the village hall. When I say we, I came up with the phrase. Dad's more the money man.
And very successful at it too, I hear.
Oh, he's successful, but he's not a creative man. Dad suffers from a lack of imagination.
Okay, well... He says he didn't know what it was, but we just had someone say it's from the course, so shouldn't we ask him about the course? Ryan invented the phrase, doesn't know how the fingers symbol could be used. Like, I feel like there's... I'm gonna kill you, bud. I'm gonna kill you someday.
That's it for now. Thank you.
I will. I'm gonna find out everything about you. And I'm gonna come back. And when I do, I'm gonna eat your head. It's just how it is. I don't make the rules when it comes to this stuff. I really, really don't. I'm just following the guidelines that were set forth by the universe. Guidelines say I gotta eat your head now, Ryan. You had a good run, bud. You did. Personally, I liked you. Anyways, I'm gonna go try and break into the village. Still no? Cool beans. I am going to take that slogan and I am going to go to... Rebecca. Because she's dating the psychopath. I mean, the intellectual.
A few more questions, please.
You just gotta ask you about the intellectual.
Ever heard the phrase free to be free?
Do you mean the Atlas thing? Yes, I have.
Know what it means?
It means being free of guilt.
What do you think about that?
You mean, do I think it's a bad thing?
Do you? I mean, surely if you have done something wrong.
Oh, but that's the point, Inspector. Most people spend their time feeling guilty over nothing, and that's not a good thing.
Okay. Doesn't recognize 3 fingers. Knows about the free to be. Okay.
Thank you. Probably.
I'm going to attempt. Do they mean out of town this way? No idea. Okay. Why don't we wait? What's it say? It always tells me to call the chief. Better try the woods again. You haven't asked James about. No, but I'm not. I didn't want to do that. What is James going to tell me about the 3 to be free? This guy's didn't. He lies to me.
Ask you a couple more things.
And he's not even good at it. Okay. What are you gonna lie to me about now?
The phrase free to be free. Heard anyone use that?
Nah. What is it, a song?
No, I don't think so. Doesn't matter.
Wow. You know what, game? You're right.
Thank you.
It was good for me to come back here and check this out. Thank you for the hint. I just wanted to know if it was time to call the detective or not yet, or whatever. The chief. Oh. Oh. What is with people that drink out here?
Private Eye?
No, I'm a police inspector.
Who are you looking for?
I'm investigating a death in the village.
That student, then. They did one last year, too. Same place.
Excuse me?
Did what?
Drowned a student. Ask that psycho about it. He runs that business cult thing up at the big house.
I'm sorry, what?
Bunch of nut jobs.
Hey, what was the student's name?
Liam... something? Or sod?
Oh my god! Would you just, this is a huge piece of news.
Reputation precedes them. I think I might call the station. Find out a bit more about this Liam.
Mike, it's Jenks.
Mike, it's Jenks.
Alright, Jenks, I thought you'd clocked off tonight.
Yeah, the chief's put me on a case tonight, the Edenton girl.
Friday night, you poor sod. I thought that was sorted out anyway.
I wish it was. Listen, are you near a computer?
I can be. Yeah, go on.
Do you know anything about a death last year? Someone called Liam in Edenton Village?
Don't remember it. Hang on, let's have a look. Eaton Village. Yeah, Liam Rogers. Says suicide last year.
Suicide?
Hang on, 2 suicides in 2 years, both on Edenton. Blimey, you've got your work cut out, Jenksy.
Yeah, don't I know it?
Right, well, good luck with that, and see you Monday.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay. Come on now. Let's go back up. Let's go back up to Atlas. We gotta shoot this man right now before he drowns another student. Where's the take out gun button? Do I have a gun in my inventory? No, I don't. We'll have to kill him with our bare hands. Like a real detective would. I knew this day would come. I've been doing hand exercises for years.
Questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah, do you want to tell me about Liam's death, you psychopath?
What can you tell me about Liam?
Oh, Liam. You mean the boy who committed... Very unfortunate, isn't it?
Did you know him?
Oh, yes. Well, I say know him. I met him in the pub. Seemed very happy sort of person. Well, I say he seemed happy. You can't have been, can he?
Is there like a I don't believe that there is some kind of
That's all for the moment.
subsect of Atlas that the owner doesn't know about, going around committing random crimes. Or not even random crimes, they're sacrifices, essentially, to the ocean god. I think they called him Bomberi? It was Bomberi, I think. The ocean god Bomberi. he sacrificed babies to.
What do you know about Liam?
Liam.
Local lad. Took his wife.
Oh, that Liam. Yeah, I heard about him.
But you didn't know him?
No, I know he went to college, but didn't really know him. It's sad, though.
Sad indeed.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Emma! I'm coming to talk to you!
What do you know about a student called Liam? Committed suicide last year.
Only that I didn't know him really well.
No one seems to know this Liam.
Later.
Not very well. Not more than a couple words. I wish I could go talk to that drunk dude. He had the deets, dude. I think that's what the kids say now. They say that he had the deets. Like information.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Tell me about Liam's death.
What do you know about Liam?
You mean Liam who took his life? He used to play in a band, Black Rock or something? No, Black Stone. Very gothic. I used to let them play in here sometimes at the weekends. They were quite good.
Did you know there was anything wrong? I mean, why he might have...
No, I didn't know him very well.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
Who would be in a band with Liam? Scratching my head at that one. It was you, wasn't it? You'd be in a band with Liam. You got the look.
Did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam who died.
You mean Liam who killed himself?
Yeah.
He was in my year, on a different course.
What course was Liam on?
Can't remember, not mine.
What was yours?
Plant science. First time I knew about Liam was when he killed himself.
You don't know much about plants. You don't know much about plants. James has a degree in plant science. So I just doesn't know much about plants.
Aha. So, your degree is in plant science, but you don't seem to know anything about plants.
Well, still got a lot to learn.
So you're still saying you've never heard of salvia?
Didn't say that.
So you have.
Yes, you...
Maybe.
And you do grow it?
Yeah, it's legal, why not?
Oh my god.
I use it for explorative purposes, meditation.
And does this involve anybody else?
Why?
Do you sell it or give it to anybody else? Sure.
Yeah, it's just for me, nobody else.
And that's the only drug you grow, is it?
Feel free to go and look if you want.
I have.
I'll look later.
The only drug he grows. Not sure I believe that, James. Would someone growing illegal drugs bother growing a legal one?
Yeah, dude.
Thank
You
you.
grow the legal one around the illegal one. It's like, God, it's amateur hour up here. Let's go look for more drugs. Is it gonna say the same thing? How much does James really know? Exactly. Exactly. You know what? I bet you this idiot is growing mushrooms. He's probably growing acid up here. Probably growing cocaine in here. With his plant biology degree, he'd be able to do it. It's under the floor. Damn, I need to turn that fan off. You know what? I've been thoroughly enjoying this game. It's good at keeping my mind busy. And I am actually enjoying not just the acting, but the story too. I'm kind of into it. I want to know what happened to this girl. I don't even remember what her name was. I remember vaguely what happened to her. I'm just more having fun going around bothering people and being just a general pest around town. It's really, really fun. It's really fun. I like to imagine that there's like... everyone in these houses has been watching me like go around doing this work. So every once in a while I just stop and I turn and I look at something. And sometimes I might just stand out in front of this guy's house and look at his house. for like 10 minutes. And then finally decide to go in.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Never heard of salvia. Packet contains mint leaves. But heard about Liam after he had killed. Wait, heard about Liam after he killed himself. Never heard the phrase before. Doesn't grow any other drug. For his private use only. Ugh. This is, I just talked about how I like this game, and now we've moved right into the point. Man, he just... So this guy just does a whole bunch of stuff for other people. That's what he wants me to believe. Simon doesn't know anything about the argument. Doesn't grow any other drugs. Doubtful. Never met Liam. I just feel like there's a bad statement in here itself. Like, you never met Liam, but you know, like, you know him at different parts of your life. Didn't socialize here, blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna call the chief, let the chief know what's going on. Let him know we got sinners all over the place out here, dirtying the place up. We need the anti-sin tactical team out here right now. It's just like a group of heavily armored guys that shop with shotguns.
Yes, Chief, bit more news. James Wilson admitted he does know what Salvia divinorum is, but he claims it's the only drug he grows.
Have you checked?
Yeah, I didn't see anything else suspicious.
What is this stuff, Salvia? What do you do with it? Smoke it?
I'm not sure, but I doubt you could smoke the stuff I found. You'd have to dry it out first. I imagine you infuse it or crush it or something.
We'll do a bit of research, find out. Does he sell it?
He said he doesn't, no.
I know he's growing it just for himself, Jenks. There's something he's not telling you. Go through your notes, make sure he's telling you the whole story, will you?
Okay, I'll speak to you later, sir.
Bye-bye.
No.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
See, the problem we got here, James, is I don't believe you. And, well, you're very suspicious. Now, these mirrors, okay? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you did give me the mirror. Simon's Homebrew. Traded as herbal tea for Simon's Homebrew. Did you, by chance... You know... Did you, by chance, maybe give a little bit of that as well?
Aha. When you say herbal tea, do you mean salvia?
Probably.
So you traded salvia tea with Simon for his homebrew. So why did you say you didn't give salvia to anybody else? Did you give it to anybody else? How many people did you give it to? Did you give it to Kate?
No.
How about Liam?
I didn't have anything to do with him dying, if that's what you mean.
So you did give him salvia?
Yes, I gave him salvia because he asked for it, but that's not what killed him.
Well, he committed suicide, James, because of psychological issues that probably weren't helped by him trying hallucinogenic drugs.
He didn't commit suicide. You don't know anything about him. You don't know what happened.
Okay, so what happened then?
Do you even know about Third Eye?
Go on.
You don't know about Third Eye. You don't know about Third Eye. You know nothing about Liam's death. I mean, forget salvia.
Fine, tell me then.
Third Eye was a cult. We had our very own psycho cult operating right here from our village hall. And I got rid of them single-handed. I'm the one who got rid of Third Eye. Did they tell you that at the station?
Okay, start again. They were what?
You don't know anything, do you? Look. They were reeling in students, pretending to be some sort of happy life course, you know. We can make your life better sort of crap. Then they were putting everyone through this brainwashing program to make them compliant.
That symbol.
It's all there.
What do you mean, selling them on?
Selling them. Objects, commodities.
To who?
To anyone who could afford them. Top politicians, famous celebrities, wealthy businessmen, you name it.
Oh my god.
Oh, you don't get it, do you? Third Eye were making and selling slaves. They were black market slave traders. They were wiping people's personalities using ECT, brainwashing, cocktails of hard drugs, deliberately turning them into perfect slaves. You know how much slaves are worth on the black market these days?
No.
Millions. And I'm talking per slave. That's why anyone who stood up to them and threatened to go public like Liam was just killed off. They didn't give it down.
So you're saying Liam was murdered by Third Eye?
Exactly what I'm saying. So I started looking into it. They were all saying it was suicide, but there's no way.
So, did you ever actually meet Liam?
Found out about him.
And how did you find out about all this other stuff?
It's obvious, you can tell. I met some of the students. You could see straight away there was something wrong. They were like zombies. And I can tell when someone's got ECT damage or when they've been through mind conditioning. It's just obvious. I mean, US military used all these techniques back in the 50s. It's all documented, you can read about it. They showed all the same signs.
So, did you ever actually go to a meeting?
No, but I knew what went on.
How?
From what people said who'd been through it.
Okay, so do you know anyone I could speak to who did go through it?
Well, no. Look, it doesn't matter. Why did they close down if it wasn't true? They just closed down and disappeared overnight after I put all the flyers up. Bit of a coincidence.
Well, they're just in a new building.
Liam died.
Yeah,
And do you think that had anything to do with it?
maybe, but it was the flyers that forced them to close.
Okay. Do you mind if I keep this?
Yeah, you investigate it. It'll all come out. Third Eye definitely killed Liam.
That was
Well,
a lot to take in. Does James really believe all this stuff? This is the first I've heard about Third Eye. Question is, what's their connection with Atlas, if there is one?
the mask. The mask that we have is a direct connection because the mask is bearing the symbol. The same symbol that I don't think Buddy could say too much about.
A few more questions, if you don't mind. What do you know about this?
Not much.
So you've never seen this before? You don't know anything about Third Eye?
Well, I don't remember seeing it now.
You don't recognize any of the symbols on it?
No, sorry.
Okay. Well, doesn't recognize any of the symbols. But, symbol on the mask represents a triple goddess. So which one is it, bud?
Ryan, you've just told me all about the moon symbols on the mask, then you're claiming you don't know anything about the symbols on the flyer. It's all the same thing.
Oh, actually, yes. Sorry, yes.
Oh my god,
I do know
fucking
that.
idiot.
So what did you know about Third Eye?
Oh, not much, really. Never came into contact with them.
That explanation was way too short. Ryan's definitely hiding something.
Never came into contact with Third Eye, but phrase invented while based at the village hall.
Aha. According to the flyer, this Third Eye group was based at the village hall, is that right?
Was it?
That's where you were based, wasn't it? Yeah, you said you invented the Atlas phrase free to be free while you were based at the village hall.
So I did.
So you must have come into contact with Third Eye at some point. You were using the same hall.
Well, I'm afraid I haven't been entirely honest with you, Inspector.
Oh!
Go on.
You see, Third Eye is, or was, Atlas under a different name.
No way.
Atlas is Third Eye?
In a new improved form, yes.
And you ran Third Eye?
With Dad, yes.
So you must have known Liam. You didn't just meet him, did you?
Yes, I knew him, Inspector, but don't get your hopes up. All of this has been thoroughly investigated and cleared up.
Well, it's being under investigation again. Being investigated again, bud.
We didn't have anything to do with it. Well, when I say drop the case, I mean a police investigation is one thing, but what the public thinks is another. They threatened to go public, and then James bloody Wilson started distributing his flyers, and that was it. No choice. It was an end to it.
You had to change the name.
We'd already paid the family an out-of-court settlement. I thought that was an end to it. But then James, his cronies, they wouldn't leave it alone. So we had to close down, buy a new place, rebrand. So eventually, we reopened here.
As Atlas?
As Atlas.
And it worked?
Up till now, yes.
So you knew James Wilson too?
We knew James, but he didn't know us as such. Oh,
what the
he was
hell?
very quick to shoot us down, but he didn't do anything like actually coming to the course to see what he was about.
So James wouldn't know that you were now running Atlas?
Not unless he came to one of our courses.
And how much of all that stuff was true? ECT machines, brainwashing?
I'm afraid that exists only exclusively in the mind of Mr. Wilson. All we do is make better business people. We challenge their prejudices and presumptions. Why don't you come along and see for yourself? The course starts in 15 minutes. Excuse me, Inspector.
I don't like where this is going.
Hello. I can't come back now. Well, you have my car at the moment. All right. All right. See you later.
Rebecca?
That was Dad.
Oh, your dad.
You can come and meet him if you like.
Well, I might come and have a chat.
Come with me.
Let's go see this old wrinkly bag of bones.
To be perfectly honest, Dad's a great businessman, but he lacks imagination.
Yeah, he said that.
However, I believe in the power of the individual, when taught by the right teacher, of course. Ryan, in here. Just coming. He's through here.
To whom do I owe the pleasure?
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm investigating a death in the village. I believe you knew Kate Vine.
Oh, I thought all this was dealt with, Inspector. You do know that Kate Vine was a gherkin short of a Big Mac. You do now.
Father.
You must forgive my son, Inspector. He still can't summon up the courage to come straight to the point. So what do you want to know?
Well, a few more questions if you don't mind.
But I do mind. I'm a very busy man. Try asking an intelligent question. Like, do I mind being quizzed about a once promising student who turned into a useless drunk? Ryan, would you mind leaving us for a while?
I'll go back to the center.
I'm going to kill this man before I leave this room.
Call me if you need me, Dad.
You may begin, Mr. Holmes, although I'm not going to be able to help you. I don't have much to do with the course nowadays, so I can't give you any hard information.
I'm going to ask him questions on every single thing I have.
But if you want my opinion, I'd be quite happy to give it to you. So, fire away.
Okay, thank you. Wow, Paul certainly doesn't take any prisoners.
I'm going to ask him about everything just to bother him.
How well did you know Kate?
Hardly knew her at all. Met her a few times. But the course, that's about all.
So when was the last time you saw her?
Last Friday. I just popped down to the course and about 7.
Did you speak to her then?
It's possible.
And how did she seem? Was she happy, sad, preoccupied?
She was drunk.
Alright. Did you know she lost her driver's license?
Do you know if Kate had lost this? It's her driving license.
How would I know that?
You didn't see it lying around anywhere?
No.
Tell me what this silver key is for. Trick question. I already know whose it is.
Did you know anything about Simon Thompson's bike?
No.
I just like the idea of me asking about all this random shit.
Ever tried Simon's homebrew? Simon Thompson?
No, I haven't. I wouldn't touch anything that has had Simon's fingers in it.
This man seems like a very happy man. I'm sure he's a very happy person on the inside.
Have you seen this before?
Looks familiar. Where did you find it?
It was, in the woods.
Presumably had something to do with Kate or a killer.
Well, that's what I'm trying to establish.
Shouldn't it be in an evidence bag, Inspector, in case of contamination?
I didn't have one with me, unfortunately.
Well, don't go testing it for DNA, will you? It's got yours all over it.
Sir, I'm gonna take and handle whatever evidence I want. I would have just, right then and there, I would have put it in my mouth right in front of him. Dead eye stared him.
What about this?
It's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol we use sometimes on the course. Little bird in cage flying away. Freeing themselves from their past is the analogy.
So do they get them when they join the course or something?
No, not as a rule. I think I bought one once as a present.
Oh, not for Kate, by any chance?
No, not for Kate. I can't really remember who it was for. A birthday present, maybe for one of the students.
Which student?
I've no idea.
Our puppies is barking. He insists he didn't buy it for Kate, but that's not. We were told it was a unwanted gift.
What do you know about this?
Looks like a mask.
You don't recognize it?
Not particularly. Looks like a monarch mask.
What's a monarch mask?
Monarch is fancy dress outfitters. Ryan goes there sometimes.
Ron uses the shop. Talking about this.
Could you tell me a bit about this?
Had it designed by an agency.
And when was that?
Last year.
Is that when you started the business?
Yes, I suppose so.
Okay. What about this?
Have you ever seen one of these before?
I believe it's a scrying mirror, pagan thing.
Ever used one?
Why would I use a scrying mirror?
So you have no interest at all in this sort of thing?
No.
Does the Atlas course use them at all?
Not at all. Strange question.
What did you hear about an argument in the pub last Friday?
I didn't go to the pub last Friday.
You didn't hear anything about an argument in the pub?
Should I have?
No, that's fine.
This guy is so suspicious. It's ridiculous.
Know what this is, by any chance?
I've no idea. Gardening isn't my kind of thing. Rebecca would probably know. I presume you've met Rebecca.
Yes, I am.
I'm sure she'd enjoy telling you what it is. She's the kind of woman who likes to feel superior. Would probably marry a millionaire and then decide to run her own pub.
Yes, why was that?
Well, she isn't exactly housewife material. She likes to be in control, like Ryan. Shame, isn't it, that I'm in control of both of them?
Okay, that's suspicious. That's just a weird thing to say.
Have you ever heard of Salvia divinorum, or magic mint?
Sounds like it might be a drug.
It's a hallucinogenic plant. Legal, as a matter of fact.
I'm not a drug taker, Inspector. I have no enthusiasm for voluntarily poisoning your brain.
And you've never seen anyone on the course taking it?
Well, if someone had, they wouldn't have done it openly. We don't allow drugs or alcohol on our course. We like to tell students that success is the best drug. Whether you buy into that, of course, is another matter.
Okay.
If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
I presume you've seen an Atlas student doing that.
Ah, so this is an Atlas thing.
Well, it wasn't exactly our idea. The students started doing it spontaneously to show commitment to the cause. Cute, really. Which student did you see doing that?
I'm not sure, but he was carving it into a tree. I told him to stop.
Did you really? Why?
Defacing public property.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. What's the punishment for that kind of thing nowadays? Prison sentence?
It's usually a fine.
All right. What about defiling public liberty? Does that carry a fine too?
Oddly enough, the student in question argued a similar point. Is that something you encourage on the Atlas course?
We encourage people who put ideas first and moral anachronisms second. The problem with the law, Inspector, is that it's out of date.
Well, I suppose that's a matter of opinion. However, you still respect it.
Respect it? I abide by it. We all play by the book, Inspector, but that's only because of the threat of possible incarceration.
Can you tell me a little about the Atlas phrase free...
It's a lot of info.
Where did you hear that?
I was talking to one of your students.
It's a little phrase we conjured up to summarize our objectives.
What is your objective, if you don't mind me asking?
Mine, or do you mean the course's objective?
On the course.
The objective of the course is to free people from bondage. We teach that most people are crippled by their past, by guilt, their attitudes, their beliefs. All that kind of nonsense.
Guilt cripples people.
Feeling guilty in business is like a meat eater feeling guilty in an abattoir. Guilt comes from the archaic emotional centers of the brain. It's a vestige of our animal ancestry, that's all. In business, you heed it at your peril. I'm sorry, Inspector. My house appears to be haunted. Would you mind closing the door?
So, you believe that guilt has no place in business?
None at all. I have few beliefs, Inspector, but that's one of them.
And what if you have done something wrong?
Well, that's the whole point. Guilt has nothing to do with it.
Interesting opinion.
I want to make this guy mad. Like, really mad.
How well did you know Liam?
We'll probably switch over soon.
Liam, who took his life.
Oh. Well, as far as I remember, he was a good student, confident, outgoing.
You didn't notice any problems?
I believe he had problems at home.
Were you there when he died?
Yes.
And afterwards? You didn't see him after the meeting?
No.
What was Liam like that night?
No. Apart from being drunk, or possibly because of that, he seemed perfectly happy.
Drunk, huh?
Drunk.
Well, I assume the bottle in his hand contained whiskey and not lemonade.
Lots of similarities to Kate, don't you think? Drinking, depression, is that normal for the students?
People come into the Atlas course for quick solutions to their problems. And when they don't get them as quickly as they might have liked, sometimes their impatience gets the better of them.
Last one.
What do you know about this?
So you've been graced with Goebbels' company already, have you? James, our local minister for propaganda. I suppose Ryan already told you about our actual previous incarnation.
He explained, yes.
Did he tell you anything scandalous?
Not unless you count the suicide.
Oh. These things happen.
Was it your idea?
The suicide?
Third eye.
Yeah, I suppose it was. As my son had started to atrophy, I decided I ought to give him something to do.
And Third Eye was the same as Atlas, teaching business skills.
Very similar.
So Liam's death didn't prompt you to make any changes?
There was nothing we could do about Liam's death, Inspector, any more than we could do anything about Kate's. It was out of our control.
You can't blame me for wondering, Paul. 2 student deaths in 2 years.
It's called a coincidence, Inspector. I expect they ate fast food also. But you're not investigating all the local chippies, are you?
I'm gonna punch you in the throat. I'm gonna punch you in the throat, old man.
Be back
Right.
later on, if that's okay.
Okay, where the hell is this?
I get the feeling I might be seeing
Oh.
a lot of Paul tonight.
Well,